After months of preparation, designing and engineering the 4 modules for the lottery cottage, it's time for installation day. While 2 trucks begin their journey from Kent Homes in Bucktouche, in Grand Digue, the crane and crew get ready for the day.
Delivery day, we arrive on site 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. The crane was already here getting set up. The modules showed up at 10 o'clock. By 3, 4 that afternoon, everybody was pretty well leaving.
Try to keep the warm ones and the cold ones.
Yeah, it was like boom, boom, boom. And within 2 or 3 days, it was watertight. This home was shipped on the back of 2 trucks, even though it's 4 units. There's a space in the middle of it. We cut that on site, and the crane picks it up and sets it, boom, boom, 4 units.
We're going to set the front of the unit flush with the concrete, bring it out so it's level with the front, and then the back we just adjust the wood wall on the back. Because the wood wall, we can wiggle that. You can't move the concrete. Once they get that set down, they'll bring the other piece in. If it was exact, it would come straight down. It just doesn't work that way. We got to lift the roof next.
Impressive. Very, very impressive.
It was a perfect day. Hot that day. It was hot.
Well, we were? Okay, we're all right then, 11:09. Okay, today we're going to install the PostTech screw piles. Let's go show you how we do this.
We get the final plans from the engineering team and the final contract, and I go through that carefully just to make sure there's nothing missing.
Check the plan. Check twice, cut once, right?
It's more like check 70 times.
My job was to make sure the building permits were ready, the foundation was done, the wood knee walls in the basement were done. We have to arrange the transport trucks, make sure they have a good map on how to get here so they don't get lost. We gotta watch out for bridges and power lines.
It's great because he's got a remote control. He can control the machine. You stand right there and watch what he's doing. This is the top plate that's going to hold the beam and the post that'll support the roof.
And then when the house arrived, in a matter of hours, the whole bungalow was built, and we could literally walk through it. To be involved in a site-built home, that would never have happened as quickly as it did, never. We'd still be hanging drywall in here probably. We've taken out the inner module walls that we use for shipping, so now you get the full impact. The windows, the 9-foot patio doors, the view of the ocean. The reason we can get such a long span is because of the LVL beams. Those are probably 16, 18 inches thick. And that allows us to span from that post to this post to that post. The only alternative to that would be a steel beam. See all these nail pops and stuff? That's quite common. You're bringing a house down the road at 110 kilometers an hour, you're picking it up with a crane. We have a crack fill crew comes in, and they crack fill all that stuff. It's even a nice view from here. I mean, that is the money shot. They're finishing the cedar walls, cedar boards, tongue and groove, all around the outside. The modular process is great because the process is much quicker. We spend less time on site and quality. It's climate controlled, it's built in a factory. A custom home can be basically anything like this. It can be 4, 6 modules, 2 stories, capes, bungalows. With a custom home, there are more subcontractors to deal with, and they can't be tripping over each other. They have to all be scheduled so that everything works at once. We're gonna put a wall here, a screen door, aluminum door, a window, 3 windows on that side, 2 windows on this side. I basically draw it on a calendar, yeah, and schedule it and contact the contractors ahead of time. Foundation contractor was contacted 2 months in advance. The deck material was ordered at least 2 months in advance. The hot tub was ordered in April to make sure that we had it when we needed it. Hot tub's gonna sit here in the corner. The electrical's over there for the hot tub to go down under the deck and back up. We ordered the cedar for the sunroom from one location. A month and a half later, when we went to get the cedar, lo and behold, it wasn't available. So we had to find another supplier. Fortunately, we found one that was very local, just in a matter of a few hours. making decisions and go. You just do it. I wonder if we could turn any more heat on in here. The problem is with the humidity, the paint's gonna be hard to dry. Things pop up that you can't afford to miss. You just gotta make sure you're there. If the contractor calls you and says, I'm gonna be there tomorrow, and he doesn't show up, you gotta make 2 or 3 phone calls to reschedule everybody. A lot of scratching notes on a notepad so you don't forget something.
Put the seats down or whatever, I'll figure something out.
You'll figure it out. You're a smart guy.
For rod riders, I'll strap him right to the foot of the car.
There you go. Perfect.
It's a lot of juggling. It's the juggle.
The pressure treated lumber is all brown instead of the green. With the shortage of lumber material, we had to order that months in advance to make sure we had it.
Front deck and the rear deck, we had to tie those all in on site. I call it a hybrid home. It's 3/4 modular and 25% site built.
What's remaining basically is to finish off the inside the basement, and Rhonda can get her start. I'm hoping to have her in here Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
Originally, the dining room table was going to go there. Rhonda, the interior designer, decided it wouldn't fit there well, so it was moved over to part of the living room, which now becomes a dining room. It's evolution. It's a design evolution, and it never stopped until now. It's at the point now where everything's pretty well done, so we can't make any more changes. I still have things that I'm doing, a list of things I want to get done.
I'm gonna have to cut that.
Just have to grind it.
Yeah.
And that's because the glass was... I mean, when Rhonda starts hauling furniture in, it's time to say it's getting to the end, yeah. Whoever wins this home, what I think they're gonna like best about it is the ocean view, the breeze when you're on that front deck, the sunroom, the hot tub. These are all things that aren't even part of the Kent home before you get inside. It's 3 bedrooms, it's a big size living room and dining area. The kitchen is, I hate to use the word amazing, but it's amazing. For me, it's the sunroom. That's the one. I'm gonna say when I win it, but if I won it, I would take advantage of the foundation in the basement. I would have a music room and I would have a workshop for my wife. It's a year-round cottage you can use. It's the package. Have the Harley in the garage and a jet ski, be all set.
For more information on how you can win this cottage, visit nbhospitalhomelottery.com.